Kirk Moker's childhood was far from easy, and it seemed like his family always struggled.
The home life was different. It definitely wasn't the most positive house. Family battled a lot of different mental health issues at times, and more importantly, it was really, the family struggled financially. It certainly has an impact on who you are and how you look at the world.
Those challenges lit a fire inside of him to take charge of his own future. Kirk decided to take all his belongings and enroll at the University of Michigan.
I paid 100% of my school, combination of student loans. I worked 2 jobs. One was at kind of a local bar, and another one was at a shipping and moving companies. But for me, that was the first point that I can really remember as a young adult going, like, okay, I got this now. Like, this is my life. There's no excuses. I'm 100% dependent on me. I'm gonna call my shots and kind of go from here.
Throughout those years of being independent with multiple jobs and school, Kirk's mindset changed, and he knew he could achieve anything he put his mind to.
Number one, I'm never gonna get in a situation like I was in when I was young ever again in my life. Like, I made the promise to myself. And number two, that was also the same time and moment that kind of gave me the mindset I have. And my mindset's simple, is like, I play to win in the game of life. And I think most people underestimate not only how important their mindset is, but you can really go accomplish whatever you want to. So for me, that just opened the world for me. I know it sounds simple, but that really was a huge aha moment when I look back on, I can literally go do whatever I want. I just need to figure out what I want to do now.
Once finished with college, Kirk decided to move to Colorado to pursue a job that unfortunately left him unemployed. He soon found himself having to take a new direction.
You found jobs back then looking in newspapers, found an ad, got hired at this place. It was a call center, didn't even know what that meant. Got paid $5.25 an hour. Met my dear friend and business partner, Mark Thompson. We worked for this privately held company that the owner was self-made Green Beret. It wasn't for everyone, but I just found so much value out of it.
Kirk and Mark flourished and worked hard to grow the company. So well, in fact, they were caught off guard by the news that the owner was selling the business.
So about a year after that company was sold, that's when Mark and I would work all day. And we said, okay, we gotta go start something on our own. So we go to his house at night, wrote a business plan every night for weeks and weeks and weeks and months. And then we finally broke away and we started ERC. Our business started out as a collection agency, your typical consumer collection agency where we collected on past due consumer debts. In those days, it's like Mark and I divided and conquered. Like, he had financials, he had the accounting side, compliance and IT, and I took operations, analytics, and sales. So I think for us in the beginning, it's a lot of trial and error.
With the beginnings of ERC came the development of new jobs, and many of these new employees had to pull themselves up by their bootstraps to make the company what it is today.
Being a young and startup company, the dynamic was obviously very different than it is today. We all did what we had to do to get anything done. We all wore multiple hats. We worked a lot of hours. So being open to that evolution and being able to pivot all throughout the years whenever necessary has really enabled us to become the company we are today.
Hiring your people and recruiting people in is the single most important thing you can do in your business. And for us, we always look for people to just share the same core values.
ERC grew each year to locations all over the globe, but like there are successes, there are also setbacks that get in the way.
There was a once-in-a-century snowstorm in Spearfish, South Dakota, and the 50,000 square foot building we had literally collapsed. Fortunately, no one was there, thank God, so there was no loss of life or injuries, but the significant multi-million-dollar investment we just made was pretty much gone.
While others may have been devastated by such an event, it's almost as if Kirk's upbringing prepared him to thrive under this kind of pressure.
First of all, everyone's paid for the next 2 weeks. We talked to the local YMCA into leasing out half the gymnasium, built up desks, got everything going, and we're up and running within a week. Didn't plan on that happening. We never freaked out. You just have to adapt and overcome.
And that's what they did. They continued to overcome any adversity and keep their values at the forefront of the company.
We really go against the grain. We are unique, we're authentic, and I don't just say that lightly. If we don't truly believe in where our company is going and what projects we have, then we're not gonna follow through with them. Whatever is gonna be in the best interest of our company, our employees, and our clients, that's what we're gonna do.
As any new entrepreneur, you work a ton of hours, get up super early, work all day, And then my oldest son, Maximus, who now is 17, turning 18, he was maybe 1. I'd rush home, do a quick dinner, hang out with him and my wife, and then I'd drive back into the office because in our business, you're open till 9, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock sometimes, still contacting consumers. But sometimes I'd just come in and I would just sit next to this hallway and I wouldn't even pop in, I'd just listen. Like you just hear a buzz and you see people get, working hard and going after it. And then you kind of knew then what we had then was lightning in a bottle, that culture and that environment. We knew we had to get it better, but it's like you could just see it with your own eyes. And I just remember being like, all right, like we got this now. Now it's just a matter of where we want to take it.
ERC was named one of America's fastest growing private companies, according to Inc. magazine. And the company is expanding its global footprint beyond 7,000 employees.